it's Maureen. I would like to tell you about how you can deal with backtalk from your children. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and that's why I get to be outside in the sun on this lovely day. And so I have a lot of experience with this, with both my kids and other people's kids. And I have 3 teenagers now, so backtalk can be a big problem for some. So, hopefully your day is not filled with backtalk. Mine is so much better than it used to be. I'm so happy. You ask your child to do a simple chore. Unload the dishwasher, turn off the video games, work on some homework, answer the phone, simple things. And you get a lot of lip for them. And there doesn't have to be a reason. They just do it. Well, what I found is that my job as a parent isn't to get my kid to accept my reason for asking them to do this or why it has to be done. That's not my job. My job instead is just to get them to follow the rule. Normal humans in society just need to follow rules. There doesn't have to be a reason, and they're not going to always be given a reason, and they certainly don't have to understand any of the reasons. They just have to accept them and move on. So what I found is that backtalk comes when the person's feeling powerless, so they get frustrated. Normal human reactions. I get it. Teenagers tend to have a little more trouble with that, but that's why I'm here as a parent to teach them. You tend to get a lot of arguments, like, you don't understand, oh, you're stupid, I don't want to do it, this just isn't fair. You know, fairness has nothing to do with it. This is what the rules are. So, my son, for one, never stops talking. He's one of those people that always has to get the last word in. So he has been a challenge for me, but I'm making a lot of progress. One thing that has been the hardest part for me is to not respond to the backtalk. That's the deal. He's going off and arguing. I can't talk back, because then that makes me behave in the same way that he is. I need to use all my self-control and not talk back to him. I stated what the rules are. I stated what I needed him to do, and I need to stop there. So he can continue to talk, but I can't talk back, because that does make me guilty of the same behavior as he is. And it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. You get drawn into an argument that will never end. So, we're not going to feed into their backtalk. That is super, super important. I have to tell myself that I've already set the limit. I've already set the limit. He asked if he can go to a friend's house when he hasn't taken care of things at our house, including his homework. I've already said no. You know, that's it. I've already set the limit. There's no backing down. So how do you shut down this kind of behavior so you get less and less and less of it, which is the plan? Well, a couple things. One, you need to lay down the ground rules, and sometimes we as parents forget to do that. During a time when no one's having arguments and the house is calm, lay down the ground rules. Be very specific, so the child knows what the rules are and know what the consequences are going to be. You make a rule, you explain it once, and then you walk away. You don't sit there and rehash it 10 ways from Thursday. That doesn't work. You lay down the ground rules. Now they know what they are. So you can't get the argument back, but I didn't know. Which they could have if you hadn't explained the rules. The next big thing is to be consistent. The rules have to be consistent. No learning can occur if you're not consistent. And that includes any other adults or authority figures that work with your child. You can't have one saying they can do this and another one saying they can't. So you need to get on the same page with any other adult caretakers for your child. That is way, way, way important. You have to be consistent. One other option that we have used from time to time to decrease your back talk is to set down a small time of the day, a small snippet of time, maybe 10 minutes in the evening, when your child can air his grievances. So you let the child discuss anything that they think is wrong or inconsistent, excuse me. And then you both move on. So if that's maybe from 7 to 7:10, you discuss it then. And at the end, you say the time's up, and you move on. It will give them some relief, and they feel like they've said their piece. All right. One other huge fact that I have found plays into back talk is the simple fact that kids have two kinds of days. They have the days where everything goes their way, and then they'll have the day where things don't all go their way. And that's just part of life. And you cannot protect your child from those days where everything doesn't go their way. So there are inevitable disappointments. And I know, as a mom, I want to protect my kids against everything. The fact is, I just can't. And once you tell yourself this often enough, you realize that the sooner the kid learns how to deal with those disappointments and things that they don't like and things they don't want to do, the sooner they can get to acceptance and accept the fact that that is just how life is. And they start to become a lot more resilient. And they don't feel like they need to argue against everything. So then they will stop arguing with you. Stop the back talk. And that's fantastic. And that's a lesson that will help them throughout the rest of their life. So that's helped in my house to decrease the back talk. You know, one other thing I would like to talk about before we go is the link that's on the bottom of this video. One thing that allows me to be home with my kids so I can be of maximum service is a business that I'm running now out of my home. And if you click the link below, you'll have the opportunity to find out about it and find out how it can help you so you can be a maximum service to your family as well. Have a great day.